Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am finally talking about The Raven Boys. I'm going to do a quick spoiler-free review just for anyone that's not read them yet. I really want to kind of just express how amazing they are and get more people to read them. It is the first book in a 4-piece series. The book doesn't just follow the story of one protagonist. So one of the main characters is called Blue. She is the daughter of a psychic. Her entire family is built up of psychics, although she doesn't herself have psychic powers. There are also 4 boys called the Raven Boys, because of the school that they go to, who Blue meets and decides to kind of go ahead with them on the journey that they're taking. So it's very much a journey novel, it's a finding your identity novel, but it does that for several different people. It's a really well written piece of literature, guys, and it's surprising to me because although I understand that writers progress as they go further into their career, I read Shiver when I was 13 years old and I really didn't like it. I know I'm not the only one that didn't like it as well. It's not one of the best books for YA readers. Do not throw all your expectations of Shiver onto these novels because they are so different. They are written completely differently. I want everyone that didn't like Shiver to read The Raven Boys. I love this world that Maggie Stiefvater has pulled together. I think it's a really incredible novel, guys. It's really good. I have high expectations for the next book in the series. Just here on the front it says, "If you kiss your true love, he will die." That is something that Blue is told throughout her life. Whenever she comes in contact with a family member or another psychic, they tell her that when she kisses her true love, he will die. Something I really like about that prophesized ending for Blue's love is that she doesn't know how it's going to happen. They don't tell her how it's going to happen. She doesn't know if it's going to be like an instant thing, like a touch of the lips and he dies, you know, like kind of that fury kind of kiss. What I quite like about the way the novel ends is that you don't know still who that first love is, but even though Blue is kind of introduced to this character, she doesn't think, oh well, you know, I'm just never going to kiss him, I'll just kiss other guys instead, because she's got a really good head on her shoulders and she knows that it could be anyone. She could kiss any guy and he could die. Love is kind of something that isn't as explored in this novel as other YA novels. And what I really like as well is that when she thinks that she knows who it is, it's not an instant love situation. When she first meets the character, she really doesn't like him, and there are reasons why. I really want to talk about her family. Her household is made up of female psychics. They are all hilarious. I love the different characters that Maggie Stiefvater has managed to fit under one house. There are several different aunts in this novel that influence Blue's life. She looks up to a lot of her aunts. I really like one of her aunts, Persephone. She's a very kind of quiet character. She isn't as flamboyant as her other aunts. I don't know, when I was reading it, the kind of impression that I got from Persephone was that she was kind of foggy. If that makes sense. She's got that kind of, she's not all there, she's frequently in her head rather than in reality. When she starts doing something, she finds it very difficult to stop doing it, and I really like that kind of character. There are so many different personalities in this novel, like so many. Every character is different. Alla is very different to Persephone, very different to Blue's mother. Her attention to detail when writing these characters is very clear through the contrasting personalities and the way that you can see how their lives have affected them in the present, and it's very rare to see a character and see their past in their present. A lot of the time that I've read novels, the characters have been very black and white, angsty or angry or quiet or sad or happy all the time, but There isn't really any reason for it, it's just kind of their personality. The contrast of Blue's family against the Raven boys and their families is very, very well done. It's that kind of two sides of the same world. Okay, let's talk about the boys. I like Gansey. I like the fact that he doesn't understand the way that he uses his language, and he finds it difficult to use it in the way that he means. I really like the attention that he pays to his friends, the way that he acknowledges his friends, treats his friend, brings them all together. Singularly, they would be very friendless if it weren't for Gansey. He has a character, is the glue in that friendship group. It's not one of those I am your leader, do as I say kinds of things. It's just that he genuinely cares about people. He wants to see everyone be happy and do well in life and do what they want to do. And the fact that he has this expedition, and it's something that he can have all his friends focus on together and overcome their own issues through this exploration of the myth, is really, really, really nice. They see the myth as something different individually, but they explore it as a collective. Adam plays the outcast character in his friend group. He has not had the same upbringing as his friends, and it's a really refreshing take on how it's done. I really, really liked the way that Maggie Stiefvater introduced the characters to each other. It's really funny. You instantly see that clash of personalities and the way that each of the different characters react to that situation together and separately. There's humour, embarrassment, there's humiliation and misunderstanding, and it's a really nice way to bring them all together. I'm trying really hard to tie in the characters to the plot without giving too much away. Ronan is the dark, angsty bad boy of the group. He has had a lot of bad things happen in his life. Gansey makes it very clear during his narratives. He knows that people want to see him do badly, and that's just because of his upbringing and the fact that he has wealth when other people don't. And it's sad. Like I wish there wasn't the stereotype of the wealthy boys, but it's there because of the way that wealthy boys act and put themselves ahead of people and act like they're so much better simply because they have money. I like the way that Maggie Stiefvater tries to break that mold with the personalities of the boys and the way that they break out of those really, really horrible confines. You do see that they are trapped in that livelihood and they don't want to be a part of it as much as they are or they have been in the past. Noah is a very mysterious character. He's the shy one of the group. He doesn't talk as much as the other characters. He is part of that group and you kind of wonder why he is part of the friends group, because he doesn't interact as much as the others. There are circumstances where you will understand after you read this book why Noah is the way that he is. I really like Noah. I was very interested in him from the get-go when we were first introduced to these characters, because to me he seems like the most challenged characters. He's the most socially awkward character, and it's refreshing to see why that is and how he fits in with the other boys, kind of like where he comes from. The dynamic of this friend group is very, very interesting and it's very, very well written. It really is. I applaud Maggie Stiefvater for writing this book, and I'm so excited to read the next 3 books. I ordered the next 3 books the minute that I finished this one. I was really, really happy with the way that this book ended. Very, very intriguing, and I knew that after reading that sentence, I was going to have to order the next book. So, rating-wise, I'm going to give Raven Boys, the first installment in Maggie Stiefvater's quartet, a 8 out of 10. It was a really, really, really enjoyable novel, and I'm really excited to see what else Maggie Stiefvater can give me, because I know there is so much more to come. I will review The Raven King after finishing the next books in a few weeks' time. So if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more reviews and book chat from me. I upload videos every Tuesday and some other days during the week. And I hope to see you again. Leave me a comment as well if you have anything that you want to discuss about the Raven Boys. Please try and keep the comments spoiler free if you do comment. And yeah, I look forward to talking to you all again.